Alright, this is when the DLCs start kicking in. Old World Blues. You've gotten a fragmented signal on your Pip-Boy. A coded transmission of some sort with a side jazzy undercut that makes your head hurt. As far as you can tell, it appears to be an invitation to the Midnight Science Fiction feature at the Mojave Drive-In. Please arrive early to catch the trailers. Old World Blues loaded. Your level cap is raised by 5. Now, there is a level cap in Fallout, unlike in the Elder Scrolls. And it's actually, in this one, it's 30. But with the added on DLC, it's 50. The reunion. Your Pip-Boy has received a signal coordinates that lead to the canyon wreckage west of Primm. Following the coordinates are words Courier 6. It's signed Ulysses. Lonesome Road. Happy Trails Expedition. Your Pip-Boy has picked up a radio broadcast from the Happy Trails Caravan Company. They're looking for one more member for an expedition into Zion Valley. Honest Hearts. Gunrunner's Arsenal. The ongoing conflict in the Mojave Wasteland has kicked weapon manufacturing into high gear. All major and minor weapon dealers in the region are rolling in new weapons, ammunition types, and modifications. Head to your nearest vendor to purchase the merchandise.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle? Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they had run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were. So I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that. I motored into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway. It's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any. I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 26 today. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy. Happy trails!
Now there's one more DLC that should be kicking in right about now. Come on, don't make me look... Oh, there we go. Sierra Madre Grand Opening. Your Pip-Boy has picked up a radio broadcast inviting you to the grand opening of the Sierra Madre Casino. Dead Money. Yeah, that's the last of the DLCs. No, I can't bring this up very often because of copyright shading stuff, but I can at least play these broadcasts.
Has your life taken a turn? Do troubles beset you? Has fortune left you behind? If so, the Sierra Madre Casino, in all its glory, is inviting you to begin again. Come to a place where wealth, excitement, and intrigue await around every corner. Stroll along the winding streets of our beautiful resort, make new friends, or rekindle old flames. Let your eyes take in the luxurious expanse of the open desert under clear, starlit skies. Gaze straight on into the sunset from our villa rooftops. Countless diversions await. Gamble in our casino, take in the theater, or stay in one of our exclusive executive suites that will shelter you and cater to your every whim. So if life's worries have weighed you down, if you need an escape from your troubles, or if you just need an opportunity to begin again, join us. Let go and leave the world behind at the Sierra Madre grand opening this October. We'll be waiting.
Now the next one is about the Happy Trails expedition. Now you recognize the voice of the person who is doing the broadcast. That is because he's the same person who voice acted Lee Everett in The Walking Dead, and Donald Taylor at Mass Effect 2. Richard Taylor's dad. He also voice acted. I haven't played the game, but Lucius Fox and Batman Arkham Knight as well.
Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a pit boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a...
Yeah, there we go. See? Jed Masters, yeah, he's Lee Everett. Yeah, from The Walking Dead. Alright.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you? Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though. If you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say. Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it. You know, had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out. Don't get me wrong, the NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Good Springs and Primm don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them. The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory. Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered.
Let me ask that again.
The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
Oh, you talk about the Victor or you talk about yourself? Either way, you shouldn't talk like that.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster, straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can. Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these.
Oops, I didn't mean to skip that.
You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful. If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need. You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap. Always happy to help someone down on their luck.
I clicked on the mouse too many times. My cat is silly. My male cat, if you get to a certain spot on his ear, he can start scratching it like a dog would. Silly.
I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good, and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rat scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in. Sure, what do you want to know? Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot.
Oh, she's not kidding. There's death claws up there, and they're big, and they're nasty, and they're scary.
The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice. Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too. Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited. Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous.
She's not kidding either.
If you want to know anything else, just ask. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Howdy.
Short and sweet. Sunset Sarsaparilla. That is the drink of the Southwest. At least in Fallout. They do have Nuka-Cola, but in Fallout New Vegas, the soft drink is the Sunset Sarsaparilla.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Now, just let you guys know that during this tutorial part, it is possible for both Sunny and her dog to die. If her dog dies, that's fine. I mean, it's a little sad and Sunny gets upset. But at least you can move on with the rest of the game. But if Sunny dies, that's a whole different ball game. You won't be able to move on with the rest of the game if she dies. So make sure she doesn't.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
I'm only using the snake during this bit because it's a tutorial, so.
Okay, you're on. Go give them help. Come on!
Bats. And go ahead and give that a read. Let's just see. Percentage is basically how much you're most likely going to hit that area. So it's like 57% chance, 82% chance. I usually go for the head anyway, even if it is a low chance.
Oh, that's it. Come on!
Damn it, I missed. Didn't miss that time. I usually go for the head anyway because it's much easier to kill the enemy if you pop their head off.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Now this is the part of the tutorial where Sunny and her dog can die. But it's also part of the tutorial where you can save a damsel in distress. Now you don't have to, but I like to do it anyway. Ah, damn it. See? The damsel died. That's not good.
See? You're getting the hang. There's...
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, there's no sprint option in this game, which kind of sucks, because there's periods in this game I wish you could sprint. But you can't. Hey, where are you going back here? I can't see you.
Come on. Get him off.
Sunny's alive. But I don't think her dog made it. Oh, yeah, the dog didn't make it. Oh, wow. It's not the end of the world. I mean, she gets all upset about it, which is, I don't blame her. I would too if that was my dog, but at least we get to move on with the game.
Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty.
Accepted. Now this is a first bit of reputation, and then this pops up. Get your first bit of reputation. As you perform actions that benefit a group, you gain fame. If you perform actions that harm a group, you gain infame. Basically, that's like I was saying earlier. You do something, your reputation depends on what you do and what you don't do towards or against a certain group. Depends on your actions or inactions. Now, there's 3 different types of reputation you can get for all the groups. There's good reputation, mixed reputation, so a little good, a little bad, and bad reputation, which means they flat out hate you. And we're never accepted, which means that you have good reputation with good sprints.
Confound it, Cheyenne. Why'd you have to go running in like that? You were supposed to stay. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to see me like this. I'm not going to be very good company right now. I did have another thing to teach. But I'll understand if you'd rather I just pay you so you could be on your way. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested? Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen Brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being Xanderroot over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Yeah, she's upset. Like I said, I don't blame her. I would be too. I mean, I am a little upset now, but it's a digital dog, so I guess I shouldn't be too upset. Anyway, this right here is one of the perks, yeah, for the Wild Wasteland. You guys all should know what this is. It's a body inside a fridge with that hat. Okay, come on. We all should know what this is. I shouldn't have to explain it to you. You should know what that is. Okay, it's a reference to a movie that's been out for quite some time now. So, you should know what that is. I know what it is. Because I've seen it a couple of times. But I'll let you guys guess. Oh, that darn scorpion, it poisoned me. Now these giant bugs here are actually based off real bugs that are in real life. These black flies, there's actually black flies in the real world, in real life. And that one glitched out on the floor. We got cigarette butts, and there's a grave. Why did you have to make it a shallow grave? Jeez. Couldn't give me a decent one? You found a limited edition Mojave Landmark Snow Globe. These rare pre-war artifacts are widely considered to be useless baubles, but rumor has it some collectors will pay dearly for them. No, I know in Fallout 3, from what I saw at walkthrough of it, they have these bobbleheads, which you can get, which you can find throughout the game. And I guess my theory is that these landmark snow globes are like the equivalent of the bobbleheads. Though that's the only one that I've ever been able to find. I mean, I've been able to find a snow globe in one of the DLCs, but it wasn't a landmark snow globe. But I don't know. I don't know, I didn't read the whole title. Because it says on there, Good Springs, yeah. Snow globes, Good Springs, yeah. I don't know. Next time I see it, I'll actually have to give it a read. Like a read. Yeah, as I was saying, those flies up by the graveyard, they're actually based off real bugs. And apparently, from what I hear, they don't. I don't know if they live in the U.S., but apparently, from what I heard, they apparently they lay their eggs inside your ear. Apparently, that's what they do. They'll fly into your ear and they'll lay their eggs in there. That's like, ew, that's creepy. And that's gross. Okay, I already have earwax up in my ear. I don't need baby fly eggs too. Your Pip-Boy does have a light. You just hold down, and the tap brings up the Pip-Boy. But if you just hold down the tab button, it turns the light on and off. I don't know. We got here a computer, and we could either hack the computer or pick the lock the safe. Well, I usually, if I have the option, I usually go for the computer first, and then if that doesn't work, then I actually pick the lock. Because the bobby pins, which is the lock, the tool to pick the locks, they don't get very many of them. I mean, sometimes you'll find them in the general goods. The general goods will sell them, but most of the time you have to find them, and they're hard to find sometimes. That's where I go for the hacking. No, not having very good luck with this computer. Means I'm being quiet while I'm doing this because I want to talk while I'm doing it. I won't be able to think. so close that time. This might take a bit, and if you might try it. So sometimes I get it right away, sometimes it takes a while, but you guys pretty much get the idea of what I'm trying to do here.